Hello again, grade 12 students. Today our lesson will be about the nuclear decay and reactions. First of all, let's define what's a nuclear decay. A nuclear decay, it happens in nature when we have unstable nucleus, or it emits particles and energy to become more stable. This thing happens in nature. But we can't see these particles, they are invisible. We can see this by radioactive detectors. It happens, for example, if we have a battery, it will be emitting radiation, radioactivity. It will have radioactivity. Some fruits have radioactivity, like banana. They do disintegrate from unstable nuclei to more stable nuclei by emitting particles and energy. We have three types of radioactive decay: alpha, we have beta, and we have gamma decay. Let's start with alpha decay. So we have alpha decay. In alpha decay, we have a large nucleus. It emits alpha particle. Alpha particle, again, it is a fast moving helium nuclei to give another element or another nucleus X. Let's take an example on this from the book. We have number 15. We have number 15, page 811. So we have uranium 92, 234. It undergoes alpha decay, so it will be producing alpha, which is helium 2, 4, and we will have a new, so this is called parent nucleus, and we will have a new daughter nucleus. So this is the daughter nucleus. It should be here 90 and 230. Why is it 90? Because during nuclear reaction, atomic mass, this is the atomic mass, charge or atomic number, this is the atomic number here, energy and mass, of course, we said that, are all conserved. It's the same before and after. Here we have 92, so here we should have 90 plus 2. That's why I put 90 here. Here we have 234. Here we have 230 plus 4. It's 234. So everything is conserved in a nuclear reaction. Beta decay. We have beta minus. We have beta plus. The beta minus particle, when we say beta minus, we mean high speed electron. And one more particle is associated with the beta minus decay. It is called the anti-neutrino. Anti-neutrino is a particle. The symbol is mu, 0, 0. It has no mass, it has no charge, and we have a bar at the top of the antineutrino. The electron it has a -1 charge or atomic number, and it has a 0 atomic mass. Since it's not a nucleon, it's considered with a 0 mass. So let's take an example on the beta minus decay from the book. We have, let's say, nitrogen isotope, or let's take the example number 21, part A, P1533. It will undergo beta minus decay, so it will be emitting an electron, E -1, 0. You should memorize this. And of course, we have an antineutrino associated with that emission. The antineutrino has no mass, no charge. It is related to the energy of the reaction. They recently discovered the antineutrino and the neutrino. Later we will talk about the neutrino. So here we have an element. Since we have -1 here we have 15, so here we should have 16. 15 is equal to 16 minus 1. 33, it's here also 33. 33 plus 0 is 33. So we can write a note here. Beta minus decay, does it affect or doesn't affect atomic mass? It increases atomic number by 1. As you see, we have 15 here, then here we have what? It is 16. So increase atomic number by 1. Let's go to beta plus decay. Beta plus is a high speed positron, not proton, it is positron. Positron is a particle similar to the electron, but it has a positive charge and a 0 mass. So you can say it is an electron that is positively charged. You can say that, but it's a different particle. It's different from electron. It's a new particle called positron. The emission of positron is associated with the emission of that's called a neutrino. The neutrino is similar to the antineutrino. It's a particle, it has no mass, and it has no charge. Let's take an example on the beta plus decay. We have, let's say, carbon 14, 6. When it undergoes beta plus decay, it will give an element X, later we will see this, plus positron E plus 1, 0, and neutrino. The element here should be 5. 5 plus 1 is 6, and here we have 14. Same thing, beta minus decay doesn't affect the atomic mass, but it increases the atomic number by 1. So here we will get boron, which is boron isotope. This one is boron B 5, 14. So that was an example. So again, beta minus and beta plus decay happens naturally and artificially in nuclear reactors. Also alpha decay happens in nature and it happens artificial. The gamma decay, which is the last type, and it is the strongest of all, so we have gamma decay. It doesn't cause a change in atomic mass or atomic number. We will have, for example, uranium 234, let's say 92. It's labeled here that it is radioactive. We will have uranium 92 also 234, but it is less radioactive. It will emit gamma. Gamma has no mass and no charge. It is the highest energetic. So gamma is the highest energetic particle. It has the greatest energy and the greatest penetrating ability or power, penetrating power. It can go through 12 centimeters of lead. It has the highest energy. It is an electromagnetic radiation. You have seen this before in the electromagnetic spectrum. The highest energy is the gamma, and that's why it doesn't cause a change in atomic mass and atomic number, because it has no mass and no charge. We have then goes with energy, we have beta, then the least energetic is the alpha, is the least energetic. These two are particles with mass, with charge. This with charge, this with mass and charge, and electromagnetic radiation is a photon, and this one is the least energetic. The last thing in the lesson is the fission and the fusion. We are not going to go through details. We will just define what is fission and what is fusion. Fission, fusion, simply. Fission. We have large parent nucleus. It undergoes fission like the bacteria or whatever to smaller. So we have daughter nuclei. The opposite for fusion, we have small parent nuclei. They fuse to give big daughter nuclei. Let's see some examples from this worksheet here. So we have first a radioactive oxygen 815. So we have O815. Emits a positron. What's a positron? It's E plus 1, 0. What would be the element here? Of course, with the positron we will have a neutrino. It doesn't affect the answer, but we should write it always with the beta plus decay equation. So we have 7 here, and here we have 15. This is very simple. Radon, Rn, 86220. Alpha particles. It's emitting alpha particle, helium-24. So what will we have here? Unknown element. It is 2. 84 plus 2 is 86, and 216. So the answer is polonium. Potassium. This is the banana thing. potassium, it's emitting a beta minus decay, which is E minus 10 plus the element. Here we should have 20, and here we should have 40. So we have conservation of charge. So it's calcium. We have here a fusion reaction, as you see. Helium 2, we have 3 here. So here we will have X1, 1 plus 1, 2, 1, 0. 1, 0, we should know this. We have proton 1, 1. That's a proton. Neutron, it has charge 0, mass 1, which is the answer for the question. Electron minus 1, 0. Positron E plus 1, 0. We should know this very well. So here we have 0, 1. So that's a neutron. Let's take another example. So we have a lot of examples here. What does the question mark represent here? We have 7 here. Here we have 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. 1 and 0, it's also a neutron. And 0, 1. During what type of radioactive decay the particle emitted from the nucleus of an atom and the atoms increases by 1? Atomic number increases by 1. This decay involves the emission of it's a beta particle. Electron minus 1, 0 will increase any element. We should have Z plus 1. It will increase the atomic number by 1. We have here a challenging exercise. We have uranium 92, 235. It disintegrate to lead 82, 207. And by emitting 7 alphas, 7 helium, 2, 4, plus unknown beta particle. Beta, he means beta minus here, X minus 1, 0. So we can simply make an equation. We have here 92. It's equal to 82 plus 7 times 2. We have 2 here, and we should multiply by 7. 14 minus 1 times X. These two should be equal based on the conservation of charge. 82 plus 14 is 96 minus 4. It's 92. So that's enough for alpha and beta and gamma. Thank you, and have a nice day.